Everyone, this is your girl, Virgin Queen, and I'm back today with another video about detecting F-boys. And let's be real, ladies, we all kind of want a little F-boy in a guy. You know, the guy that keeps us guessing. And for some strange reason, when a guy doesn't want us, we want them more. We like the whole chase situation. But if you are like me and you are 24 years old and you don't really want that anymore, here are the signs that can help you detect if your man or a guy you want to become your man is an F-boy, honey. So I'll have to say, for the first one, if a guy doesn't take you out on a date, then yes, I think he's an F-boy. Honey, you are a queen. Honey, you look good. Honey, you are all that in a bag of chips and a side, honey. Do not forget that. So a man should be taking you out. If you want my time, or if he wants your time, you deserve to be taken out. Now, nobody's saying that you gotta take me out on some $500 dinner or some $500 shopping spree, but you need to take me out on a date. Ladies, do not lower your standards. If you are 24 and up, honey, all this Netflix and chilling isn't gonna cut it no more. It isn't. And girls, stop accepting calls after 11 p.m. If he's calling you at 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, honey, he is an F-boy and he just wants to smash. That's all it is, honey. That is all it will ever be if that's all you require. He has to take you out on a date, honey. You need to be courted. Okay? And he needs to open the door for you. If he does not open the door for you, you stand there, honey, and you look at him stupid. Because you don't get in cars without a man opening the door for you, and you don't walk through any type of door without a man opening the door for you, unless you by yourself. And that is it. The next sign I would have to say is if a guy has mom issues. Maybe he doesn't respect his mom. And maybe he kind of curses his mom out. And maybe you've witnessed some of these things. If he would curse his mama out, what makes you think he won't curse you out? Come on, let's be real. I've talked to guys that hated their mother. Now, yes, there's some exceptions. Maybe his mother wasn't there. Maybe his mom, gave him up for adoption. Like, yes, there's exceptions. So, if that's what it is with him, then don't even listen to this part. But if his mom was there and he was just a bad child and he just continues even as an adult disrespect his mama, then you need to run. Because if he disrespects his mama, he would disrespect you too, honey. And 10 times harder because you didn't even birth him. Another sign I would have to say is if he doesn't have any goals at all. If he works at Burger King and that's all he wants to do for the rest of his life, he doesn't have any goals and therefore he is an F-boy. I'm sorry. And I want y'all to try it. Ask a guy, what are your short-term goals? What is your long-term goals? And just see what he says. Listen to what he says. If it takes him a while to answer, then obviously he hasn't even been thinking about his goals to himself. I mean, nothing wrong with flipping burgers at Burger King. Obviously, you love to cook. But maybe you can take your love to cook to be, to open a catering business. To have your own cooking show. But if that's all you think that you're going to be good at is just flipping burgers, then, for Burger King, then you don't need him, sis. That's not going to take care of the house later on down the line. It's really not. Do you a favor and him a favor and just run. The next sign of an F-boy, I will always say, and this is one of the biggest. Babe, I'm busy. I work all the time. All I do is work and sleep. I'm super busy. I don't even have enough time to sleep. Sis, he does not work 24/7. There's at least one off day in that whole week. There is. There's at least one off day. And if he doesn't take that one off day to hang out with you, then he really isn't interested in you. And he's just an F-boy, sweetie. And let's just say, for the argument's sake, that he doesn't have a day off and he gets off at 9 o'clock every night. I'm sure he's tired. But why can't you, why can't you come over and hang out? If he doesn't want to go anywhere, which that's not going to last. You're not going to only allow him to just invite you to come over and that's it, okay? But, there's some exceptions. What if he does work every single day? He has no off day and he gets off too late to even take you out anywhere. Then, yeah, maybe you can come over. But really, Applebee's open until 2 o'clock in the morning. So, it ain't never too late for Applebee's, honey. So, he needs to be taking you somewhere. Or go to the park at night. I mean, that's what I be doing in Atlanta. I go to the park at night. It's something that I do to clear my head, honey. And that would be a cute, awesome date for me. But nobody even tries to take me to the park. Another sign that he's an F-boy is if he talks bad about his exes. How many times have you been with a guy and y'all start talking about y'all past relationships and then, you ask him about his and why it ended. And he just goes off on the girl. Like, oh, she was a hoe. She did this. She did that. She didn't know how to cook. She didn't know how to dress. She just always thought that I was cheating on her. And I wasn't even cheating on her. I had this one guy tell me that him and his ex-girlfriend have broke up because on his birthday, he was hanging out with his cousin at the movies, and she thought that he was cheating on her. And my first question was, why the frick you wasn't at the movies with her on your birthday? Why was you at the movies with your cousin? So maybe she had a point. Maybe she had a reason to think that you was cheating on her. And secondly, if a guy is talking so much crap about his ex, the girl that he claimed he loved, the girl that probably ate her butt, then, honey, he'll probably talk about you too. And don't put it past a guy. A guy can say he love you all day and be talking trash about you to his friends. Trust me, I have a lot of male friends and I hear a lot of stuff. They F-boys too, though. So, anyway, another sign that he's an F-boy is that, let's just say that you want to be celibate, that you don't want to have sex no more until you're married. Or shoot, let's just say that you're a virgin, honey, because, I'm a virgin. And as soon as you tell him that, he becomes distant. He doesn't text you the same no more. He don't want to take you out no more. You don't really hear from him as frequently as you used to. Honey, he was just there for the panties. He is an F-boy. Stop trying to figure out what went wrong. That is what's wrong. He's not man enough to be with a girl who doesn't want to have sex. And you have to understand this, ladies. I'm tired of guys saying, well, we're guys, man. We need sex, man. I can't live without sex. Honey, let me tell you something. You lived perfectly fine without sex before you had sex. And honey, if you stopped having sex today, it would not kill you. Only a mature man, not a boy, but a man, will be okay with you not having sex. If you want to save yourself for that right guy, why would a man who thinks he's the right guy be mad about that? Obviously, because he know he not the right guy. He know that he not going to be the guy. Because he just want to get up in those guts and leave. And since you're not offering that, there's no reason to talk to you, boo. He's an F-boy certified. Another sign that he's an F-boy, and this is what happened to me in my previous situation. He's in the wrong. He is in the wrong, but somehow you end up apologizing. Come on, girls. We've been there before. My ex-fiance would do stuff, and after the whole argument, I'm the one apologizing. But I didn't cheat on you. You cheated on me. Girl, you know, you're not having sex, so, I mean, what did you expect? Like, I can't do this not having sex type of situation. And, man, I'm just, you kind of pushed me to that point. Look at you. You look good. And I'm supposed to lay in the same bed with you every single day and not have sex with you? And then before you know it, you apologizing to him. Oh, you're right, babe. I'm so sorry. You are a guy. You know, what was I thinking? Girl, I was stupid. That don't even make sense. A guy could, and even after my ex-fiance and I was talking to this dude, he would make me feel like it was my fault, to the point where I would actually mentally, psychologically, cannot pronounce that word. It had me feeling like I was at fault, when really and truly, it was him. Dudes can do that to you, girl. It's not your fault, boo-boo. If he cheated on you, that's not your fault. Guys will flip that junk and make you feel like they didn't do nothing and you did everything, or because of what they did, it's your fault. You know what I'm saying? It's your fault that they did what they did. That's an F-boy, honey. Because a real man wouldn't blame anybody else for his mistakes. And actually, he'll take accountability for his own mistakes. Why he blame on you when you ain't do nothing? He knew that you was a virgin before you got with him, honey. Him cheating on you is not your fault. Now, what he thought he was going to do was, he thought he was going to change your mind. That's what it was. Okay, the next sign that he's an F-boy is that if he doesn't post to you on social media. And I know, social media messes up relationships. Oh, it's just social media. Yeah, it's just social media, but he posting all his homegirls on his page, and he posting Beyonce on his page, honey, and he posting every freaking girl, all his homeboys and everybody on his page, honey, but you the only one who he not posting. And on top of that, honey, he didn't post his ex-girlfriend when he was dating his ex-girlfriend, but now that he with you, now he private. Girl, he is an F-boy. Another sign that he's an F-boy is if he does not reply to your texts. And he's on Snapchat. And he's posting on Instagram. He's posting on Facebook. Shoot, he even on Tumblr. He on Twitter. All of that. But when you text him, he doesn't respond. Now, the certified F-boys are going to take his read, what's it called? His read receipts off. So they'll actually read your message, but you don't know if he read your message or not. And he just, he read it, but he not going to respond to you. That's an F-boy. Why are you ignoring my messages? Oh, because you got something else better to do? Okay, then. Well, you do that. Okay, so another sign that he's an F-boy is if you're the one making all the plans. He doesn't ask you out. He doesn't say, oh, hey, what you doing today? You want to do something? You want to go out to eat? You want to see this new movie that's coming out? He doesn't. He just texts you what you doing, and that's it. Or he tells you that he's finna hang out with his boys, or he just never actually invites you to hang out with him. Like, he doesn't make plans with you, and you're the one who has to ask, hey, you want to do this? You want to do this? And, that's okay, the first couple of times, but, honey, you are a woman. A man is supposed to chase you. You are the queen, honey. Without you, honey, what would men do in this world? You are the queen. He is supposed to chase you. Guys are naturally hunters. So if a man is not asking you out, or if a man is not making plans with you, and you got to make plans with him for y'all to even hang out, honey, he is an F-boy. He's an F-boy. certified. Okay. Another sign that he's an F-boy, and I've actually had this a lot, is when a guy stands you up, honey, multiple times. So I was talking to this guy named George, and I'm gonna say his name because I don't care. And he's actually a supervisor at Six Flags. And we were talking for a while, and this is the guy that I talk to every single day. Was on the phone with him every single day, FaceTime with him every single day. He told me that he really liked me, all this good stuff. But every single time that he would make plans with me, he would stand me up every single time. Every time. Like, literally, there was not one time where he did not stand me up. He stood me up. He stood me up every single time. One of his excuses was he got stung by a bee. You know what I'm saying? That was a new one for me, you know? I ain't never had a guy tell me that he got stung by a bee and that's why he could not make it. So that was a new one. You know, creative thinking. But girls, he stood me up. Had to be about 9 times. And then, when we stopped talking and then we started talking again, he told me that I could not judge him for his past of standing me up, right? So when he made plans with me again, he told me, just because I stood you up them other times doesn't mean that I'm gonna stand you up this time. Give me a chance, you know? And I'm like, okay, like, he's speaking a good game. He's right. I can't just assume he gonna stand me up because of his past. Girls, he stood me up again. Again. Girls, believe when a guy is an F-boy. You cannot change a man. You cannot. Another sign that he's an F-boy. If you are always there for him, but he is never there for you. If he needs to talk, you pick up the phone. If he needs a shoulder to cry on, there you are. If he needs some money, honey, which they always do, you always lending him money, which he does not pay you back, okay? You're just always there for him. Always. If he needs help with school, you're there to help him with his homework. There's nothing that you wouldn't do for this man. But when it's time for him to be there for you, he never shows up. At all. He's never there for you. When he wants to talk about his messed up family, you're there to hear him out. You're there to talk to him. You're there to give him some advice. But when you got family issues and when you got issues just with whatever, when you call him, he's not even really trying to listen to what you have to say. He doesn't care. He's selfish. It's always about him. It's never about you. And that's another sign that he's an F-boy. It's always about him and never about you. But that's going to change, honey, because you're going to learn today that you are a queen. A queen. Next sign that he is an F-boy. If he only tells you he loves you during sex, like, that's the only time you hear it. I mean, that's not the only time that you say it. But that's the only time he says it back. Is when y'all having sex. Girl, he don't love you, honey. He loves your vagina. He's an F-boy. Another sign that he's an F-boy is that when you ask him what he likes about you, he doesn't know what to say. He's trying to think of something to say. Or he says, oh, you're very pretty. What? That's what you like about me? Is that I'm pretty? That's it? Not my personality? Just my looks. Or if a guy says, oh, I like everything about you, girl. You're amazing, honey. Everything about you, honey, I love. Look out for those type of dudes. Because everything is not an answer, honey. It's not an answer. And because you're pretty is not an answer, honey. What the freak does that mean? There's so many girls out here in this world that are pretty. Looks mean nothing at all. Sweetie, he's an F-boy. You're like a trophy to him. And which is not good, honey. He just shows you whenever he wants to show you. F-boy material. I would have to say the next sign is if he doesn't value you. And this is like the biggest one. If you don't listen to nothing else I've said today, listen to this one. If he does not value you. A lot of guys do not know how to value a woman. They might like the way you look. You know what I'm saying? You might make him laugh. He might like being around you. He might like your company. But that does not mean that he value you. You have to realize what you have to know what value means. And you know what? I'm going to look up the definition of value right now so y'all can realize what the freak that means. The regard that something is held to deserve. The importance, worth, or usefulness of something. One's judgment of what is important in life. Consider someone or something to be important or beneficial. Have a high opinion of. Because you're pretty, that's not a high opinion. Like, that's not something important because you're pretty. Anybody's pretty, honey. Woo. That definition, I got to read it again for y'all. The regard that something is held to deserve. The importance, worth, or usefulness of something. One judgment of what's important in life. Consider someone to be important or beneficial. Some of y'all girls are not beneficial to men. And that's not your problem. So don't think it's you. Some guys really don't know how to value a woman. Sometimes, like, if you cannot talk to a guy, well, no. Let me get my thoughts together. If a guy doesn't have a problem without talking to you, he doesn't value you, honey. There's guys out here who will not text you for days and then pops back up and texts you like they ain't just not talked to you for a whole week. He does not value you at all.